extends to Negroes. I would include Puerto Ricans and other minorities throughout our country, which have been similarly discriminated against, though not for so long a period of time as...
So, not any idea or thought you've ever had in the entirety of your life has been original, okay? And I have never been one to claim such a throne or mantle or to go on out like, yeah, man, this is all me. This is all me. I like to think that I go out of my way to acknowledge where many of the concepts and the ideas, particularly as I speak of them in the videos, where they come from. And in the terms of creating that space and that separation between those of us who are descendants, those of us who, families actually took those ass whoopings, had the dogs and everything sicked on them, as opposed to others. Yeah, that is something I received a long time from the man we about to hear speak, because this conversation, the whole intersectionality thing, you just heard it, and this is from like forever ago. So let's get into it.
Puerto Ricans weren't enslaved. This is a problem that stems from slavery. And this compensation, this compensation is coming to people who were enslaved by the white man for 400 years.
Malcolm, baby. Man, Malcolm X. There's a shirt that I still have. I don't wear it anymore because it's rather ratty, but it's a picture of Malcolm X looking out of the window with an AK-47 in his hand, because basically everybody was out to get him at the time. Islam, white man, everybody was out to get the man at the time, and he's been demonized in some people's eyes. And in this conversation, this is a conversation about reparations. And you see, hold on, let's go back to this fool. You see this guy doing his best to push forward the concept of intersectionality. Puerto Ricans weren't enslaved. Right? This is a problem that stems from slavery. Everybody should be compensated.
This compensation.
Pause. Everybody has gone under the same, like there's somehow the struggle that's within, a descendant's blood is transferable over to those who haven't had that struggle. It's nonsense. So let's get back into this. I'm sorry.
Time as Negroes. Puerto Ricans weren't enslaved. This is a problem that stems from slavery. And this compensation, this compensation is coming to people who were enslaved by the white man for 400 years. The Puerto Ricans don't even fit into this picture. They do fit into it. No, they do fit into it. The problem is the Negro problem. They're not lynching Puerto Ricans.
Bang. Saying and mommies, my Boricuas, nothing personal, but that's the truth. That wasn't, your history. Hey, Jamaicans. Hey, Haitians. Hey, Trinidadians. Hey, like Africans, if you just got here 10 minutes ago. Hey, Trevor Noah. That's not your history. Now, the position on reparations that was taken back in the 50s and 60s, as opposed to the position taken now, I believe, due to that span of time, like from then to now, it's there has been reparations paid out in the form of the welfare state. You didn't think that they were just gonna give that to you. No, there was sacrifices that needed to be made, and the first thing to go was the family. I'm telling you guys, from all intents and purposes, from what I know of my history and of my family's history back in those days, back in the time of the Malcolm X's and the like, there was literally nothing stronger in this country than the black family. But you introduce a welfare state, you introduce the drug war, you introduce all of these other elements, the removal of manufacturing and decent jobs, and the replacement of that with just nothing but criminality. And then, speaking of criminality, the culture, that culture that we've talked about on this channel so many times, where the where like you have the Hasidic money and Italians and Jews, like everybody came together and put this idea, projected this image out there that was gravitated to and hopped on, and boom, you end up where we are right now, where it's nothing but just you know what? I'll show you where we are right now in a moment, but let's finish this on up here as to why, yeah, it's best to keep all of these struggles, all that history, completely separate, because it is not the Puerto Ricans' history. It's no one's history. It is a history that is very unique to Americans and Black Americans who are descendants of that. But with all of the immigration that's taken place since, dilution is I wish we were diluted. We've basically been snuffed out.
Dark-skinned Puerto Rican went down to Mississippi. He probably would be lynched too. Spanish, he wouldn't be lynched. No, they don't.
And I gotta tell you something, Malcolm. I mean, if you were as articulate as I am as well, yeah, you probably wouldn't get lynched either. When you start speaking Spanish, if you speak Spanish, like, oh no, okay, they ain't no nigger. Or if you're rather articulate, such as myself and a charming individual, the chances of the lynching are far less until I say that one thing that, like, oh, well, you're a smart ass, aren't you? String them up. As long as he can speak Spanish or some other language, or if he ties his head up with a turban or something, he can go anywhere in Mississippi or in your own. And not, whoa, Malcolm. See, that's the thing. You wasn't here for 9/11, my dude. Yeah, that whole turban thing went out the window, my guy. That turban thing went out the window in 9/11, okay? Like, well, let's be real. Can we keep it a buck? But yeah, I really wanted to get at that, because when I speak of the place, when I speak of where, quote unquote Black, because I'm not taking any response. I can't take any kinship with any of these individuals that we're about to witness here at the back end of this video. But yeah, the game's been afoot. We don't live back then anymore. Watch this. All dudes, 100% alphabetical. This was the plan. Single motherhood, drug war, the loss of the breaking of the family. This is it. So with that being said, because I'm not playing anymore this nonsense. This is just depressing how just estrogened out these young quote unquote men are. So with that being said, we're gonna bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you jump a fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute like aren't the biggest fans of you boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications. Get something from the Teespring and speak. Let me know what do you guys think in the comments. Yeah, man. Malcolm X, like I said in the beginning of the video, I've never said anything original. I know I don't say anything original. I can only hope that I say it and present it in a fashion, in a way that makes you think, okay, yeah, that does make some type of sense. I hope you get what I'm saying. But if you don't, that's what my comment section's for. And until the next one.